and us working together, we were able to get a really fast time out of it.
Right. Yeah, pretty impressive. 3.1 miles, 14 minutes, 42 seconds. So
Good evening. I'd like to call our meeting to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening. I'll have the clerk please call the roll.
Supervisor Fountain?
Here.
Clerk Chofiu here. Treasurer Horning?
Here.
Trustee Germain? Absent. Trustee McMullen?
Here.
Trustee O'Connell?
Attending remotely from Heartland Township.
And Trustee Petrucci?
Here. Thank you. Item number 4 is approval of our agenda.
I'll move.
Support?
Motion by Trustee Petrucci, second by Clerk Chofu. Any discussion? Being none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. There's nobody here this evening for call to the public. We'll move to item number 6, which is approval of our consent agenda.
So moved.
Support?
Motion by Treasurer Horning, second by Clerk Chofu. Any discussion? Being none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, nay. Motion carries. Now we have one pending business this evening. Heartland Band Boosters are looking to have a charitable gaming license. Part of that process to get the license is they have to go to the township. They have not picked a date for that. They do this every year, and this allows them to have a fundraiser at some point in the future. Bob, is there anything else to add to that?
No, I think you pretty much covered it. We do, this is a requirement basically for any charitable gaming for nonprofits within the community. So generally speaking, we will see anywhere from 3 to 5 of these a year from our community organizations.
I move to approve the resolution recognizing the Heartland Band Boosters Incorporated as a charitable nonprofit in the community for the purpose of obtaining a charitable gaming license.
Support.
Motion by Treasurer Horning, second by Trustee McMullen. Any discussion? Being none, I'll have the clerk please call the roll.
Trustee Petrucci?
Yes.
Treasurer Horning?
So when we come back, there's just a massive mountain of mail that's delivered
I
to us
can hear
by
you.
the post
Yes.
office. And I have to say, it's probably the most joyful time of the year because when we go through that.
Matt, I think you're listening to the radio.
He's talking to somebody, I think.
Sorry, I'll have to tune him out.
Okay.
I said yes.
Trustee McMullen?
Yes.
Trustee Germain is remote. Supervisor Fountain?
Yes.
Clerk Chofiu is a yes. And Trustee O'Connell is remote. Motion passes 502.
Thank you. And number 8, board reports. This evening we start with Clerk Chofu.
I have no report.
Treasurer Horning.
No report.
Trustee O'Connell.
No report.
Trustee McMullen.
No report.
Trustee Petrucci.
No report.
And Trustee Germain.
No report.
Thank you. We have one quick report. Came across the internet that there's going to be a seminar in February, how to handle a crisis situation. And I looked at it and Bob looked at it, and we're going to both go over it to a seminar. Basically teaches you, if something bad happens in your community, give some guidance as to how to handle that. So we thought it could be for any type of thing, right? But at the end of the day, we just thought it'd be good to have some background on how that works. So that is in February 15th, I believe.
February 15th, yes, in Lansing, Michigan.
That's all I have this evening. If there's nobody else, I think I got everybody. Bob?
Yeah, I can be very brief here. Just want to give everybody a couple updates. We did receive a notice of an increase or price adjustment from our attorney, Foster Swift. It's a minimal increase. It is $10 an hour for the billing rate, which I believe takes it from $235 to $245 an hour, which is a reduced rate. It is competitive. My recommendation is to move forward with that. It does not require coming back to the board because it's officially not a contract. But for just pure transparency, I wanted to let you guys know. I'll bring that to the admin committee for Bill's signature moving forward on that. I did speak with some of our neighboring communities just to make sure the price was still in alignment, and it's well reasonable. In fact, we're much lower than some of our neighboring communities for legal fees. So just more of a notice on that. Also, the next meeting, we are hoping to have a new water employee on the agenda. You guys know that Kyle Mitchell, our water plant operator, is still not doing well, and even if he does come home soon, it would still be a 6 to 8 month process before he would potentially even return to work. So we had already planned for a third person with the water main extension to start April 1st. So what we're doing is simply expediting this process and bringing that new position on early. So we'll still budget-wise be well within budget. And I should also add our water rates that you just recently approved were actually based upon 3 full-time employees for this year. So there's really no impact on the financials. That is not funded from the general fund. That is 100% funded from the water fund, so that's all user-based. So the last thing I just wanted to let you guys know, working with the admin committee, we're wrapping up budget. Kind of an anomaly this year is the merit pool or incentive pay pool. Obviously, the state inflation rate is 3.3%, but inflation is proving to be significantly higher in our current time. So stay tuned for that, but we will most likely be seeking a higher bonus pool on top of the 3.3 than we normally would. So, excuse me, kind of we're seeing it in the industry. We recently had some assortment of our workers have been poached by neighboring communities and other communities within the state. We want to remain an attractive place to work. So certainly we'll have some additional follow-up conversation. I just want to kind of plant the seed that we are recognizing that it is an anomaly this year. So stay tuned for that. With that, I'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you guys may have.
Any questions for Bob this evening? Matt or Denise? Being none, I will we'll go into a short recess, and on our agenda this evening is closed session to consider the annual evaluation of the township manager at his request.
I'll move to go into closed session to consider the annual evaluation of the township manager per his request.
Support.
Motion by Treasurer Horning, second by Clerk Shofu.
At home on that Christmas break. So let's go and check out some of the other donations that we have in the other classes to see our leading donators.